Hi, it's Lindsay at Applied Mortgage. I'm here today with Meghan McCormick from DeLapp Real Estate in Northampton. And a lot of times people approach either their realtor or their lender and they say, well, I already own a home and I want to buy a new home. What do I do? So there are simultaneous closings that happen. You can sell your house and buy a new house at the same time. And it happens. It takes a lot of processing a lot of communication between everyone involved, but it's possible. So we want to talk a little bit about that today. So Meghan, when somebody calls you and they say, I want to buy a new house and I have a house I have to sell, what's kind of the first step? What do you suggest they do?
So my first thing is, financially, do you need to sell your existing home to purchase a new one? If the answer is yes, then I say you need to go talk to your lender.
Yeah.
You need to make sure that everything is in order for your order of go to sell your house and to buy a new one, because it's at a certain timeline in the sale of their current home before they can purchase a new one. So then I go and I toss it back to you as the lender and say, go meet with your lender before we start anything. After I go and I look at their home and tell them the projects they need to do in order to get it ready to list. And then I say, go call your lender.
Definitely. So we will complete the pre-approval and basically make sure that everything's going to work out fine to be selling a house and buying a new house. And then you mentioned something important, which is you want to, it is a lot of balancing because you're listing your house that you're living in, so you have to kind of get a little packed up and organized enough to show it. And then there's a lot of balancing between getting that house listed, accepting an offer on that house potentially, and then trying to find your new house that you're going to live in. So as a real estate agent, when you're looking at an offer on a home and there's a contingency to sell another home, what are the types of things that you want to see so for that to happen?
It's really helpful, and the first instinct of a seller is it's a turnoff that they have a house at contingency, but we have to look at, one, is their house currently on the market? The buyers, have they already put it on the market? Is it there? Does it have an accepted offer on it? And I like to communicate with their agent to see how far along in the process they are and make sure they're really motivated to sell their home in order to purchase my client's home.
Right, because it could end up being a huge domino effect where you may have, I think we had one of these in the fall, there was a house contingent on another house selling, contingent on another house selling. So it takes a lot of communicating.
That is the key, for sure, that all the parties are communicating with each other.
Definitely, yeah. So basically, you would look at the house, make sure it's ready to list. We would complete the pre-approval, make sure that the person can buy the new house they want, assuming their house sells. And then they'd list their house. They would start looking at new houses, and then at least that way they could tell the agent on the new house that their current house is at least listed, if not under contract. And then what about balancing the rest of that kind of timeline and process, because that means 2 home inspections, 2 appraisals.
The important thing for me is I like them all to be sort of simultaneous. I like to keep the home inspections happening at the same time so that if something's going to fall apart on one deal, we can be ready with the next deal. And the closings and the purchase and sale and all that. And you guys are always really great about communicating with the agents and the lawyer to make sure that this house closes first so that the funds can be transferred so they can purchase this house. I mean, we've had it 3 in a row, like 3 closings. It's like a triangle. They have to all depend on each other.
A lot of moving vans.
Exactly. And that's where you guys come in, and you're so great to work with the lawyer, especially to make sure that everything stays in line.
Yeah, and that's a really important clarification too, is that people sometimes don't understand. You can literally close on the sale of your house at 9 o'clock in the morning. The attorney has the money, and it gets applied right to the purchase of your new house at 9:05 in the morning, and so it's literally a same-day transaction. So, and there is some coordinating on taking all your stuff and getting it out of the house and into the new house that happens, but it's possible.
That's where those pods come in handy.
Exactly.
Pick them up and move them.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Meghan, again from DeLapp Real Estate, educating us on simultaneously selling and buying.
Thank you.